Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to talk to you about 7 things you need to know before getting your real estate license. So obviously you're considering getting into real estate and becoming a realtor. Well, today we'll go over these steps just to prepare you, not to scare you, but hopefully it'll help you make some choices before you make the leap into becoming a realtor. So first off, I want to talk about marketing. So marketing is going to be the lifeblood of your business. If you're not marketing, you're not getting leads, so you need to figure that out right away. So there's a couple different ways you can go about marketing. There's free marketing, and then you can also pay for marketing. So buying leads through Zillow is really expensive. Starting out, if you don't have that nest egg, it's going to really cut into your expenses. So you can pay for leads that way, or you can pay for postcards, and you don't have to pay for postage necessarily. You can go out yourself, which is using your time for money, and drop these postcards on people's doorsteps. You can also door knock, which is a form of lead generation while you're out there. So number 2, this business has uncapped income, which is amazing. So in 2020, roughly the median income for a realtor in the US was $49,000. So this is the median income. People are making more or less, and you have part-time realtors or you have full-time realtors, and obviously there's different markets and ways to go about it. But this should be exciting for you guys, because my first year in real estate, on my own, I made over 6 figures just following the steps and processes I learned from my mentor that I was with for about 2 years. Not in a million years did I think I would make over 6 figures in my first year of selling homes, but I mentally prepared myself and put together a plan to initiate once I knew I was on my own to make that leap. So there's also agents making over $1 million a year. When you get to this point, they put together teams with buyer's agents. They have their own transaction coordinators in their own marketing department. So you can really scale once you start to put together a team and grow and kind of delegate different tasks to people and hire an assistant, which sets you free to talk to more people, go on more appointments, and hopefully sell more homes. So it's hard to find another business that you can actually make over 6 figures in the first year. I think that's why real estate and selling homes is so exciting, because sometimes starting off you can make a lot of money, or you might not make as much as you hope for, but there's no ceiling in this business, which is why I think a lot of people get into it. And for me personally, it was a little bit of that. I was sick of working a 9-to-5, so I got into real estate and just saw the potential that you can make a lot of money. Another thing you need to know is you got to make sure you have money in the bank before you make the leap into becoming a realtor. Sometimes it's not always how it seems. Selling $1 million homes and driving nice cars, it could take you over a year to sell your first home and have that income come in. So a lot of the times I suggest realtors who are just starting out by themselves to keep their part-time job or find a part-time job so they have money coming in and they're not exhausting all of their nest egg. Again, if you have a nest egg that can hold you over for about a year, I think that's highly recommended. So you are able to focus more on becoming a realtor and putting that plan of action into play. Once you feel comfortable with the business itself, you can get rid of your part-time job and continue to grow your business. At this point, it'll allow you to focus a lot more on what you need to do and become more successful in the business. Tip number 4 is to set an intensive schedule. So you want to make sure you are tracking everything you're doing within this business. It's important to be very consistent, and if it's not written down, then you're not doing it. If it's not in your schedule, you won't be there. So from the beginning, you want to make sure that you're really using anything you want, whether it's writing on a notepad or using Google Calendars, to really track your progress and metrics. I think if you start doing this from the beginning, then it will allow you to further grow your business, but also grow faster, and look back on your business to see what you can change and tweak a little bit to make your business a little bit better. So within your schedule, you want to time block and really hammer down on it and stick to it day in and day out. You want to schedule marketing. You want to schedule time to call clients or cold call. You want to schedule time to go door knock. You want to schedule time to speak with your broker. If you have any questions that you need to do, you need to schedule time to email people. You need to schedule time to go meet people for lunches or dinners, and anything in between that you want to put in your schedule that will help you market and potentially grow your business. So number 5 is getting a mentor. If you don't want to go off on your own and you don't have that nest egg, you can find a mentor, someone who's already been in the business and knows the ins and outs of the business and has experience. I think this is huge. I did this myself for 2 years before I went off on my own, and although he was a little, how do I put this? A little feisty and very obsessed with the business, I saw firsthand what he was able to do and why he was so successful. And for me, getting that experience is par none. So finding a mentor is extremely important. Sometimes they'll pay you, sometimes they won't. It just depends on the job role itself, but they will obviously delegate little tasks to you to get done while they go on their meetings or they have their phone calls. So I think this is a great way to kind of absorb and see how the business works. And if you do get a mentor, you want to make sure that you soak everything up like a sponge, because you'll never get this opportunity again. And you want to kind of mirror in some ways how that person is running their own business. And a lot of the times, the good thing is that people really don't talk about this. You take all the good, but you can also see the bad that they're doing in their business. For instance, my mentor was a workaholic, and he had been in the business for 35 years and knew it like the back of his hand. But I noticed a lot of different ways I could tweak what he was doing after being there for 2 years that would benefit me and my own personality. So our personalities were completely different in the way he would treat clients, or kind of not really keep in touch with his clients was a huge thing for me that I realized that when I go off on my own, I needed to do. And I wanted to have a referral network rather than going out and trying to chase new business all the time. So that was one good thing that I learned from my mentor. But if you're not willing to go out on your own in the beginning, I would highly recommend finding a mentor. So a lot of the times there's big teams that do a great amount of volume. I'm talking hundreds of millions of dollars a year. And there's a lot of buyer's agents or seller's agents, and there's one specific person who has grown this team to be an absolute beast. So that's another way you can look. If you can't find a mentor, you can look to see if there's a local team in your area that you've noticed their for sale signs and you know they're just doing really well. That would be someone to talk to too. You can always join a team and potentially be a buyer's agent if they're looking to bring on new members. And in this role, a lot of the times the leader will provide leads if they're buying from Zillow or if they're doing some sort of round robin. Again, on a team, you're not only splitting your commission with your broker, but you're also potentially getting a piece of the pie taken from your team because they're providing leads and or giving a little bit of mentorship. So maybe you'll take a hit in the beginning with how much you're gonna make, but at least you have income and you are getting leads and getting your foot in the door and working the business and seeing how it runs. So if you're sitting there and asking, hey Kyle, I really want to be a realtor, but I have this stable job over here and I have a family and I have a mortgage already and that leap is just too crazy for me. Well, you can still become a realtor part-time. So number 6, don't think that you have to be a full-time agent to be super successful. I know agents that do about 20 deals a year and they still have their full-time job. They just never really wanted to be a full-time agent and maybe carry that stress or whatever their life's had for them. But I think that a lot of the times people think that they have to become a full-time agent to be successful, and I don't think that's true. Although if you think this is for you, I would highly recommend you jump in with both feet and give it all that you got to see your full potential. But I definitely think you can become a realtor and do it part-time. It could be a great side hustle as a part-time realtor, and the commission checks once you get them, just depending on what you're selling, is great. If you have a team with a transaction coordinator and you are very organized, I think that you can have a full-time job and still sell real estate on the side. Number 7, there's many ways you can be successful in real estate. I think that people think they need to follow a certain path and do exactly what the successful realtors have been doing for 35 years, and I just don't believe that anymore. I think over the past 2 years, tech has really changed our business, like Zillow, Redfin, and has really put the pressure on agents to kind of be a little bit more shifty and do things a little bit more unconditional. And what I mean by that is the average age in real estate right now for a realtor is 54 years old. If you're like me, you're growing up with more tech, and I think it's important for us, if you're young, to even if you're old, to work on your business from the tech side. I think that in the future, making videos and mixing it up with a little bit of things that are tried and true, like door knocking and flyers marketing, is a great way to have your business kind of propel forward. And I know some of you are probably saying, Kyle, you're a little late on the videos. Well, here I am. I finally had the courage to get on video and do this YouTube thing. So hopefully in the future it'll work out. I don't think I'll really get business from it, but who knows? I think that if I have the time to do so, I've delegated my other tasks. Here I am and trying a new way of marketing. And of course, I'm not trying to sell anyone a home, but I'm trying to share a little bit of knowledge that I have here. But another thing that I think people should focus on is TikTok. TikTok, although it's pretty young, you can get a lot of attention from it. So the more eyes on you as a realtor, the better. You never know where your business is going to come from. And if you're providing knowledge wherever you are, it's very great. So I think that there's many ways to be successful in real estate, and not just following a cookie cutter agent who's been in the business for 35 years and has been doing the same thing. So I think that's the beauty of being a realtor. You can kind of shift and make it up as you go and mix a bunch of different ideas together to hopefully get a great outcome. But if I can say one thing out of all of these different suggestions for your business and or things you need to know before getting in real estate, is marketing is definitely the lifeblood of your business. So whatever you're doing, new leads and your sales will come from marketing. So that's one thing you just really need to focus on and make sure that you're doing at all times, being consistent with, if you want to become a realtor. So some of these are pretty vague, but I hope you guys got a little something out of this video. And if you're looking to become a realtor and have any other questions, please leave me a comment, and hopefully I can see you guys in my next video. So thanks for watching.